Assalamu alaikum. Today our topic is problem solving. My name is Behzad Imran. I'm gonna tell you about problem solving. Basically problem solving is known as how you carry on your problems to be solved in a correct manner. But if the problem still seems overwhelming, break it down by repeating steps. You have descriptions of several problems. Number one is that how you should verify to understanding of the problems. So um, it helps a great deal to verify your problem analysis for conferring with a peer or someone else. Polarizing the problem. If you discover that you are looking at several related problems, then prioritize which one you should address first. Not the difference between important and urgent problems. Often what we consider to be important problems to consider are really just urgent problems. So understanding your role in the problem is very important. So your role in the problem can greatly influence how you perceive that role of others. For example, if you are very stressed out, you will probably look like others are too, or you may resort to quickly blame and to blame others. Okay, you will feel guilty about your role in the problem. You may ignore the accountability of others. Look at potential cause for the problem. It's amazing how much you do not know about what you do not know. Therefore, in that phase, it critically to get important. It's often useful to correct input for other individual at the time, at least first. Otherwise, people have to be inhibited about offering that impression of the real cause problem. Problem solving strategy. Why it is important that I am discussing about the problem solving strategy is that when you are present with a problem, whether it is complex mathematical problem or broken printer, how do you solve it? Before finding a solution to the problem must first be clear and identified. After that, one of many problem solving strategies can be applied, hopefully resulting in a solution. The problem solving strategy is a plan of action used to find a solution. Different strategies have different actions plan associated with them.
M.saifullah. My topic is problem solving. In this point, scientific plan to solve a problem. So now it's 5 steps to solve problem. First step is recognizing the problem. For example, we need a job. That are the problem to solve. And second step is representing problem. This is for example, why do I need a job? That's we need to understand what is the necessity of the problem. There is a thin line of difference between these two steps. Now third is collecting information. For example, qualification, gathering relevant information about the problem. Now once you have identified the necessary, we can now collect different information about the job, about the problem which we have. You can collect the information about the qualification or the required salary, and based on that we can go on to finding the job. Now fourth is understanding different aspects, accounts and engage. Now, in this step, we can move on to identify the different areas which we can uh, work effectively. What are our areas of interest? If because if you don't work on their areas of interest, it will be very difficult to be succeed, and it's very difficult to success in a job. Now fourth, now five is the labeling and describing which job. Now finally, after moving on all this process, we finally decide what kind of job we want. We need a job of an electrical, or and we need a job of an MBA person, or a um, marginal job. Depends upon what salary we need. So the step is main step to solve the problem in various plan, and we have done with this. Now all these steps follow in every problem solving, and after and the last point is all the point describing and problem will be solved in these points.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome once again to Bulls basketball, playoff basketball.
This is the story of Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player ever, a six-time NBA champion with Chicago Bulls, a two-time three-peat winner, six-time final MVP. Michael Jordan is the only player who could turn it on and off, and he never turned it off. He was the epitome of success, one of the most competitive and fearsome athlete to ever exist. He only knew how to win. Nothing stood in his way. The sheer will and determination of Jordan was overruled. After winning the first three NBA championships, Michael retired from basketball due to the constant nagging and controversies created by media after the death of his father. The Bulls went downhill afterward, but against all odds, Jordan returned from retirement and joined Bulls. In the season Jordan returned, Bulls crashed out of the NBA playoff, and the taunt started again. Once the untouchable giant had finally fallen and everyone had a good share of their meat. After that season, Jordan started training hard. He pushed himself and everyone around him. He drilled day and night out and had only one goal, and that was NBA championship. And the fallen giant had finally risen again. Bulls were fearless that season and went on to win their fourth NBA title, with Jordan at center of it. They won another title next season as well and became the greatest dynasty ever of basketball. At end of fifth title, Chicago ownership decided it was time to rebuild the team because except for Jordan, everyone had hit their peak, and crisis started between general manager Jim Croskey and the coach Phil Jackson. The team was shown red flag. The message was clear: you can go undefeated and it will still be your last season together. This ignited the fire among them. They all had one goal, one aim to achieve, and that was to win and win at any cost. Because, after all, it was the last dance. And they won the sixth championship by defeating the Jazz in the final. And Jordan had the winning shot, the final shot. And there it ended. They achieved the unachievable. This whole story points toward a lot of things that through teamwork, objectivity, cooperation, any problem is achieved. No matter the obstacle, no matter the hater, with hard work and teamwork, any problem can be solved, and this is clear from the story. Once a below average Bulls team changed after Jordan, it won't be overstatement that Jordan alone made Bulls the greatest team ever. Thank you. And that's a wrap. Myself, Saadain Ahmed, BBA 193067. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum. I'll be talking about the essentials and techniques of problem solving. The essentials of problem solving is based on 4 facts. The first one is of being objective. Being objective means taking the emotions out of the situation so that we could get as clear as possible towards the problem. Second one is listing down the obstacles. Problems never comes in isolation. There will be other obstacles, other issues due to which this problem is being occurred. We have to find out that first as well. Third option is identifying opportunities. Opportunity always comes in disguise, and the most common disguise for an opportunity is a problem. A great approach to list in a way in which a problem solved is known as an opportunity created. Last one is to communicate. Problem solving can never be done in isolation. We need to communicate with each other in order to get better opinions and better options for the problem. Then comes the technique. There are many techniques for problem solving. The one I'm going to talk about is based on 6 steps. The first step is to define the problem. What is the problem and how it is affecting. The second one is to list down all the possible results for it, in which we get opinions from everyone. A good problem solver takes opinion of everyone and decides on its own. The third one is the possible results for it, in which we get opinions from everyone. A good problem solver takes opinion of everyone and decides on its own. The third one is to evaluate the options. We have to gather the range of an options for the solution, because every solution has its own pros and cons. The fourth step is to select an option. We have to select an option wisely, because it's going to affect a lot of the people in an organization. Fifth one is to create an implementation of the plan. Finding a solution is not only thing for solving a problem, we have to implement on it as well. So implementation is the most important step in this technique. And the sixth one, the last step, is to communicate the solution to everyone. We have to tell everyone that how we have come to this solution, what facts we have to gather, and what things we have to look after, and what we have thought about it in the future. That's it from my side. Thank you so much.